Teach Me Grappling. What's up, guys? Anton Kalista, he's here. Guys, we're going to be showing you some cool setups for takedowns because everybody loves takedowns.
For sure.
You like takedowns?
I love takedowns. That's all I do.
It's not true. He does other things too.
I sit on my butt as well now. That's
All right,
okay.
so what do you have for us tonight?
Yeah, so some of the stuff we've been working on at the gym is how to move our opponents. Moving your opponent or resetting your opponent is really important, or you can call it setting up a takedown, whatever you want. But basically, I'm just moving my opponent into a different position, and there's a couple different ones I want to talk about that are very simple and very effective. So most of us know what a collar tie is, right? We have, my forearm on the collar, I'm on the head, right? And then my other hand is going to go inside tie, right? This is a very common position. In grappling and wrestling, we see people hang out here all the time. So one of the things I always tell my kids and some of the adults, this is a great position for me. And a lot of times we get here and we kind of just hang out and we don't realize what powerful position we have. Look, we're controlling right here in his armpit and we're controlling the head right now. Really, once we get here, it's time for action. Like we got to start moving, start doing stuff. One of the easiest ways to get our opponent moving from here, right, is a little snap, right? Now, very important, when I snap the head, I don't want to pull on this part, the neck, right? When I pull on the neck, he's using all his back muscles to stop from pulling. This is really hard. When I snap, my hand actually shifts to the top of the head and I pull down. When I come to the top of the head, there's more torque. Now he's using his neck, right? He's using his neck as I pull, and it's a little easier for me.
I don't have the kind of strength to stop Anton from doing that.
So we're gonna combine this pull with this pull, and at the same time, we're gonna just get out of the way, and we're kind of like Matador, guiding him through a gap that we're gonna create. So we're gonna step out to the side, right here, and we're gonna create a gap right here. Pull, right? Just to get our opponent out of position. So one more time, I got my collar tie, I got my inside tie right here, right? I'm gonna step out to the side. As I step out to the side, everything's gonna come down, through, and away. And if you notice too, I like to keep this here and really force my opponent to circle back into me. Because I have this, he really has to work pretty hard to circle back.
Let's come on.
Closer. All right, so I'm here, again, coming out, snap, boom, and I'm just pushing this elbow away, forcing coach to circle or my opponent to circle back in, which is later gonna set up takedowns or just me moving my opponent around, which is valuable because he's reacting to me. Now I'm one step ahead, right? One of the things that we can start kind of playing with once we learn how to move our opponent is starting to attack this leg. Now, there's a lot of ways to do it. Like I said, we can hold onto this elbow. We can attack inside. Another way to do it, how I've been doing it with the high schoolers, is I'm attacking with my outside arm. So I step, pull, and I snap with my outside arm.
Look at that grip.
Right? So now I have this little anchor, right? And you have a lot of options here. If you want, you can just take that next step in between the legs, right into my double, shoot across, right? Very simple. Or for those of you that really like that high crotch motion, right? Pull, wait till he circles up, high crotch, boom. Finish up with my double, or however you guys like to finish that.
See, everybody likes takedowns. They're like, I want to learn a takedown. Show me a takedown. And we start off with this boring ass setup. It's not boring, you guys. It's amazing. So the part though is like, they're like, yeah, whatever. So he pulls the head. He's not just pulling the head. Look at how you pulled on the top of the crown of my head. Look at this. And then not only that, it's not just straight. Look at how he steps to the side and he guides me. He guides me a little bit out away from him. So as I try to circle, he can either, again, whichever hand he wants, he can go in. He can go in for that shot. I think that a lot of people miss it, is the setup matters. You gotta have the setup, because what good? Anybody can learn a double leg, single leg, high crotch. But if they don't have a good setup that gets them in, it's not gonna work. Yeah. The guy's gonna defend your move.
Plus, I mean, even if you don't get an attack off, it's kind of annoying when I'm wrestling somebody, they're just hanging out, I'm constantly pulling the head, circling, I'm pulling the head, he's circling. Now he's constantly following me, so eventually your opponent's like, okay, all right, I'm just trying to keep up with this guy. Like,
and it creates fatigue.
Yes.
I start getting more and more fatigue. And you know, there's a physical fatigue, and then there's a mental fatigue that happens just because I'm off balance. When we kind of get schooled on the mat, like somebody makes us off balance and chases us, we get a little defeated mentally, and that then further makes us feel like we're exhausted because we're kind of getting embarrassed, you know? So
it's a whole combination of
yeah.
things.
So that was an amazing setup. Let's see a couple more of those, just a couple more, and then
we'll go into one more really quick. So again, guys, this isn't all about your arms. You have to get out of the way. One of the biggest mistakes people make is we pull and we hold, which is, look, I'm stopping myself. I don't want to pull them into me. This is like, you guys ever whipped a towel at the beach? Getting sand off a towel like this, right? It's the same thing. Everything is like a whip. You're pulling down. I want him to reset. I just want him to reset. And then I'm ready.
Right there. That's clean. And you can drill that.
And it's
just
easy.
The way you did, you can drill it over and over. Have your guys in the room, if you're an instructor, have them do like 5, and on the 5th one, do the takedown.
Oh, and by the way, Jordan Burroughs hit this twice today. Twice. Once in the World Championship finals, once in the semis. It's like the easiest thing ever. I mean, he took a guy down from Iran, World Championship match. All he did is this. He went snap, back up his head up, and down. I mean, this is the highest level of wrestling. The best guys in the world on their feet, and it's still working. So,
right.
I mean,
but he didn't just shoot a double leg. He had a setup that made his double leg work.
Yes,
like butter.
So one more thing we can, again, this is very, very simple, that we can weave in and make a drill out of, I call pairing the head. Okay, so instead of going this way, now we're gonna club, just as we're learning, I'm gonna club with my right here, and I'm gonna replace my hand with my other hand, right? So if I'm a righty lead, I'm gonna club, replace, and then shuffle to my right. I'm right here, replace, and I look for that angle. Club, replace, look for that angle. And one little detail, guys, something that really helps me when I find my angle, I'm always trying to see what's behind Brian, or what's behind my opponent. If I just do this, I don't get an angle. He's still in front of me. So something to shoot for is, I want to get so far that I can see what's behind his back. If this was a wall, I want to see to the other side. And that's how I gauge if my angle's good enough. On both sides, right? Can I see behind, right? So once you got this motion too, right? The first motion's the snap. Second motion, club, near the head. Once we got both of those motions down, we can start drilling them in unison, right? Maybe we snap, we can't get the leg, he starts circling back, we'll pair the head. So we'll start with a collar tie.
So we'll go slow on the first one. Watch how I immediately try to get away from his first attack.
Right? So I'm gonna go here, snap, he steps, and I attack the other way.
And so go a little slower so they can see it. So watch again. He's going over here attacking me. I know he's going for my right leg, so I step back. Now this side's open. Okay.
It's the same thing if you guys are in a front head, you run one way, you go the other way. Right? It's like it's
so
the most basic, easiest stuff in the world, but guys at the World Championships are still doing it every year because it works. Because it's simple. It's simple and it works.
You know, the head is like one of the most important defenses. So if my head's in here, he can't shoot. Like he can't get to my legs. That's why he needs those angles. So when he bats my head to the side, my head is out of position. I'm over here. How does my head defend and block the takedown? There's no way to like really sprawl once he has this beautiful angle. So it makes it real hard for me. Yeah. Last time, put it in combo and then we'll wrap it up. Yeah, and then take it into a shot. Oh. And then he liked to throw something, a curveball at you, and ended up going from one side to the other side and then coming back on the shot.
That gets really, you can really get shifty with that.
Go ahead, get a couple more, just play. That's great. He got the back of my knee. Good. One more. Super slick. All right, guys. Thank you so much. If you like this video, like, share, subscribe, comment down below. If you learned something, please, you can always contribute. Patreon and PayPal links are down in the description box. And Anton and I will see you guys next time with more great stuff.